Welcome to the daily review here on Rauta. Today's band is Persekutor, originally from Romania, later located to United States. And the album, which is a debut one, is called Permanent Winter. Released by SWAT Records just like today. It is here to present you their style of music, which I guess could be described as pre-black metal. Interesting shades of color. Here's a blue. It's not a color mistake. It's not like black, which is weird, but totally blue. Jewel case here, or the CD tray, with some traditional transparent covers. And here it is. So the music here within is something that could be considered as a combination of Venom, Celtic Frost, and AC/DC. I kid you not, there's a lot of rock and roll with this music, but also this kind of a first wave of black metal. Now also battery was mentioned here with the notes, the promo letter and all that stuff, but to be honest, I didn't really find any battery in that. So whether this is kind of a pre-black metal or the prototype black metal or a combination of that and rock and roll, well, it's up to the listener obviously. But let's take a look at the band's metal side while I'll tell you a little bit more about this band and this release. So as you can see, this is roughly quite new band. There is no exact when it was founded in date, but we can pretty much judge that it's not very old band given that the first EPs came out in 2013 and 2014. And now Permanent Winter in 2020, which is less than 30 minutes of music, but I guess it's very fitting for this kind of stuff because after all there is a lot of this rock and roll background, the kind of AC/DC heritage, with then again these aforementioned first wave black metal names. Now one could say this reminds a lot of the American-based Usurper band, but to be honest, that is way more aggressive, way heavier, and kind of a way trashier than what Persekutor is. But there are lots of similarities because also Usurper is quite rock and rollish, and there's a lot of these Celtic Frost kind of stuff on the background, but it's just in generally more heavier, where this Persekutor is kind of its lightweight rock and roll cousin. Lots of similarities, yet also differences. Now, all in all, these songs are quite easy to just listen to, and they go with a nice flow, given that these are roughly 2, 3, 4 minute songs. So, I mean, it's easy to get into and kind of easy to listen to. But to be honest, I don't think the songwriting is very good. It's not bad, but it's kind of a mediocre. It's so boneheaded that once you heard a couple of tracks, you pretty much know what to expect from the rest. Now, the only one that really stuck in my mind, and not in a good way, is the last track here, which is kind of a metal level black metal song. Think of it like that. If Manowar is praising how heavy metal is all there is and singing about heavy metal. I mean, heavy metal band singing about heavy metal is kind of a cliche, kind of a. And as such, it's sometimes kind of hard to take that seriously, but let's let it slide. After all, it's Manowar, and after all, it's heavy metal. But when black metal bands start commenting in their songs what black metal is, it's kind of a face-palming effect. Not that the song actually is that bad, but it's kind of a cringe, if you know what I mean. I mean, Darkthrone already made it as good as you can be, and they kind of got out of it with it. But to be honest, this is a little bit awkward. But it's not there to ruin the album, obviously. It's just there to kind of prove point that don't do it. So Persekutor is for fans of Venom, AC/DC, Celtic Frost, and I guess Usurper. In my opinion, this doesn't hold strongly against Usurper, but then again, this is not a competition. If you like that one and you mind going a little bit more rock and rollish, that is slower tempo and less aggression, then this might be your cup of tea. Definitely not for everybody's cup of tea, and if you expect kind of a normal modern black metal with this one, you are gonna get disappointed. With these words, I suggest that you take a listen to the band's own music via Bandcamp or other sites and figure out for yourself. Thank you for checking out this review. Take care. Bye bye.